Good morning, Instagrammers and Facebookers, and however you might be seeing this today. My name's Nick, and I'm a Weleda Wellbeing Advisor in Gloucester. And it's a little while since I've done a video for you. I think my last one may have been in the summer about sunscreen with the great assistance of my boy, but he's at school today, so you just get me. And today it's very cold, and skin can feel really tight and dry when it's really cold like this. And also it's the time of year when eruptions happen and soreness happens, and there may be all sorts going on with your skin that feels like it's externally influenced by things going on around you, but actually it can be an inside out thing. So I thought I would just let you know about a few things I'm finding are really helpful from Weleda with itches, rashes, spots, sensitivity, soreness, all that kind of stuff. So the first product I'm going to show you is this one. This is an SOS spot treatment, and this is brand new to all of us. There's about 500 plus advisors across the country, and it's new for all of us. New to the UK, now available. And I've been finding this so helpful dealing with skin eruptions as a result of changing my diet. I don't know if you can I don't know if you can see. I've been getting like a rosacea type acne around here and round here, which I feel is very definitely linked to the cleansing that my body is going through at the moment. I've been seeing a kinesiologist a few times over the last month, and that's identified that certain foods are irritating my system, not from an intolerance point of view, but from the fact that we pick up germs and viruses and bacteria and parasites, and they sit in our system. So sometimes it's what you're exposed to when someone coughs on you, or you pick up that sicky bug from somebody at work, but it can also just be really old things that hide themselves in our gut or tuck themselves away. And sometimes the food we eat actually aggravates that or actually gives them strength and helps them to grow. So I've been on a sugar-free diet and cut out quite a few things that conventionally would seem to be healthy foods, but actually for the environment within my body at the moment, they're not serving me. So and as a result of that, I've had a number of skin issues that have come up. So this spottiness is one of them. So I've been really glad to have this. This is just a topical liquid. You may be able to see it's a bit gel-like, and you can just put it on. It doesn't matter if the skin's broken and quite sore, it doesn't sting or anything, and it can just really help soothe and cool that. And if the skin's quite red and angry, it really helps to kind of reduce that. It's got willow bark in it, which is antibacterial, and also witch hazel. So I'm really making quite a lot of use of that at the moment. What else am I using? So yes, within the Weleda range, we have a baby range called White Mallow. And so when your skin is feeling quite itchy and irritated, this is my go-to. As a face cream, there's a body lotion, a face cream, and a nappy cream available in this. And I just find these are fab. Sometimes in the summer I get a kind of hay fever response if I sit on grass or things like that can make my skin feel quite itchy. So this is lovely. I just find it is immediately cooling. So wherever you might want to put it on your face, it just feels really nice. And it doesn't have any fragrance in it. So if you're someone who finds essential oils a bit irritating to your skin, this is a really good option. So White Mallow is, let me think, I went to the Weleda Gardens in the summer, and they had the marshmallow plants there that they use in this product. And if you touch it, it feels like, do you know those lamb's tail plants where you stroke it and it feels like a teddy bear? It actually was like 10 times softer than that. So it was really lovely. So that's that really softening and soothing effect within that. It's also got sesame oil and coconut oil in, I think, and the pansy as well, which we put in skin food. So it's just a really lovely mix. So that's really nice as a general moisturiser. The other one I absolutely swear by is this nappy change cream. So you might be able to see I tend to get little eczema breakouts on my eyes sometimes. And again, I'm almost certain this is an inside out thing. My body's clearing things off. But as you can see, it gets quite sore, it's a little bit bumpy and raised, and obviously that can itch a little bit, and that's the last thing you want to do is scratching your skin up by your eyes. Now, this might seem a bit weird putting nappy cream on your face, but for me, I find it really works. Before I discovered Weleda years ago, when I had really severe eczema on my eyelids, I must have tried literally everything going except for Weleda, because that didn't come up in my searches, and found it's a really difficult area to treat because you have to be so careful of the skin here, which is really sensitive. Topical steroids that doctors might recommend have a really thinning effect on the skin, so you've just got to be really cautious, and anything really close to here can go into your eye and be quite sore and irritating. So at that time I tried all sorts of creams, including everyone swearing by bio oil, which absolutely didn't work for me, made it really itchy and sore. And things sting. They really can be quite painful when you've got irritated skin like that. So for me, I actually find this really helpful. So I'm not suggesting that you go and do this if you've got sore skin by your eyes, but I'm just demonstrating that it actually works for me. So anecdotally, on my eczema at this time, I find this really helps. It's really soft and gentle. You can see it's white. Now the reason it's white is because it's got zinc oxide in, and that's because as a nappy cream you need that there to kind of help against the protect against the damp. But I just find this is actually a brilliant option for all sorts of eczema in all sorts of places, because with broken skin you do have to be really careful what you put on it. And in my mind, a nappy cream is made for broken, damp skin, so it's actually made for that environment. So if you've got eczema in sort of hot spots behind knees or in elbows, and it's broken and it's sore, this will absolutely have a great healing effect on it without stinging it or damaging it or irritating it. So obviously I'm not going to want to step out to the shops in the next 2 minutes, but in the same way the sunscreens have a whitening effect and eventually they do rub in, to me that it just feels so silky and soft as well. So I've got no concern about really putting that quite close to my eye there. It's not going into my eye, it's got no fragrance that's irritating my sinuses or anything. And for me, oh my gosh, I cannot live without this nappy cream. I keep it in my first aid kit and use it on all sorts of things. So that's been my absolute hero this week. And then my third product that I'm going to show you is after sun lotion, because the other skin issue that I've got at the moment and have had for about 3 weeks is a really itchy scalp. Like sometimes it's just a little bit, but you know, sometimes it just feels all over. I've actually made the back of my head quite sore with scratching it too much, and I've noticed that it's worst in the morning when I first wake up. So whether that's because my body's really warm and blood's starting to flow and I'm just waking up and I'm conscious of it, or whether because your body does a bit of detoxing in the night, and sometimes I'm woken in the middle of the night, and it always seems to be on the kind of liver time. If you know anything about Chinese medicine, you know your organs do different things at different times of night. And particularly kind of itchy up here on the back of my head, and it just, yeah, everyone says don't scratch, but you scratch, so you itch and itch and itch. And actually when I woke up in the middle of the night at the weekend when we were staying away in a hotel that was a bit too hot, I think I would have lost my mind if I didn't have this. So it's a really cooling lotion. It's got aloe vera and olive oil in it. So when you apply it, it just instantly feels quite cool. It's a bit runnier than a sunscreen. And I just put it wherever I was itching, and I didn't worry about what that would do to my hair because I thought I'd deal with my hair in the morning. But actually, I don't know if you can really see, it's quite watery in terms of how it goes in, so it doesn't feel like an oil and make things greasy. So I found that my neck's been irritated as well, so I've got kind of rashy, bumpy on my neck there, but also I was just like pushing it up into my scalp. Oh my gosh, it's so nice and cold. Just pushing it up into my scalp and just wherever I felt I needed it, really. And as I say, I don't care what my hair looks like, because if it provides relief, then that is absolutely the best thing that you could hope for. So yeah, there's zero sunshine in Gloucester today, but my after sun is out and in regular use at the moment, so that's been great as well. I'll just show you one last thing actually as well. So this also I've been using. This is dry skin and eczema relief spray. So Weleda do a range of natural medicines, which are all either herbal blends or homeopathic remedies. Whether or not you think homeopathy works, you don't have to always understand exactly how something works to be able to give it a try and trust that maybe it will help. This actually has graphite 6X in. I'm not a homeopath, so I'm not going to try and describe what that means and how it works. Simply put, homeopathy works on the basis of treating like for like. So the plants and that are grown up in Weleda that are used to make all the homeopathic remedies, the idea is that if you want to treat something that makes you itchy and sore, then you use a plant that in a healthy person would make that person itchy and sore if they touched it. So my after sun has got nettles in it, and yeah, weirdly, if I touch nettles I'm going to feel irritated, but having it in products, it has a really soothing, healing effect. So I'm learning more about homeopathy at the moment. I'm doing the Weleda Homeopathy Home Prescriber course, but yeah, I can't pretend to know any more than that. But with this, you spray it. It's got metered dose, two spritzes, and it works on that kind of internal, I think the internal environment that's going on, because our skin very much paints the picture of what's going on in our body and yeah, where we need a bit of help. So I have no proof for whether this is helping, but all I know is when I've been really itchy and I put my after sun on and I've had a couple of spritzes of this, 5 minutes later it feels fine. And yeah, I feel like, well, who knows, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but for me, I'm finding that helps. I also use the cold relief spray when I've got that kind of stuff going on. And oh gosh, what are the other ones? Can't remember off the top of my head, but if you want more information, I'd very happily send you one. And I'd really like to be kind of talking a bit more about the natural remedies and stuff, because I think we could all do with lots of the Weleda things in our first aid kit, because they're truly marvellous. So there we go. I was expecting to talk for 2 minutes and I've gone on for 12. So if you stuck with me through that, then thank you so much. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments, or message me if you'd like to try the new SOS spot treatment. There's also a cleanser and a moisturiser that goes with that, and I'm doing free one-to-one skincare consultations so people can try them. So I'd be very happy for you to come and visit me and try them out. Okay, thanks so much for your time.